Okay.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. So here we are in the historic Abbey Road, Studio 2. This was the place that we decided would be a wonderful space to record music for 18 musicians by Steve Reich. We've just come back from a tour of the United States where we played at Carnegie Hall in the presence of the composer, which is very exciting, and also in California. And so the timing is perfect for putting this music down, and we have a particular take on this music, we have a particular energy. We feel we play it with a lot of heart and a lot of passion and a lot of joy. And this is why we feel that we want to share this particular version with you. So we're at the lunch break now, and we've had a beautiful morning. We started with the opening of the work, and then got through some other sections, and then we actually cycled back to the beginning of the work again, and had a fantastic take to establish the opening pulses of the piece, which are a very, very important kind of moment to establish some of your ideals and sort of philosophies behind the piece. So lots of sound, shapes, and colors, and grandeur in the work. So we think we got a very good take of the opening just before lunch. My group, the Colin Currie Group, was established in 2006. Our first concert was a performance of Steve Reich's drumming and other works of his to celebrate his 70th birthday. And we immediately got the bug, and we decided that we would make it our business to approach as much of his repertoire as possible. So since then, we've gone on to play countless works of his, and he's written 2 works for us, 2 world premieres written especially for us since that time, and we have an ongoing relationship with him. It's an incredible privilege, and it's very, very exciting to have this ensemble for these performance projects, but also for these recording projects, which are crucial so that we can make historical documents of our work on his music. So it's a beautiful group for me to be in. I'm surrounded by such wonderful, friends first, colleagues second, but they come together for this wonderful musical adventure that we share together. Some are childhood friends, people I've known since I was in my early teenage years, others from music college, and I have to give a special credit to my astonishing generation of percussionists that surround me. It's a really unique moment in percussion playing in the United Kingdom, and we've bonded this great fraternity that we have between us, and an incredible selection of players that I'm always learning from, and I just absolutely adore working with them. So this will in fact be the 6th album on my record label, Colin Currie Records, and the idea very much for this label is that it will concentrate on the music of Steve Reich, and in between those releases I will do some of my more esoteric projects, for example, concertos by H.K. Gruber and my recital disc with Håkan Hardenberger. But the first album we made was a recording of drumming by Steve Reich, and this was very generously supported through crowdfunding and a series of key backers, many of whom are still involved today. So it's become this very supportive operation for which I'm very, very grateful to everyone who's been involved. Obviously, walking through the doors of Abbey Road Studios is always a moment. It's not something I've done particularly often, but being here has this incredible atmosphere, and of course the historical legacy with the Beatles being in this very room, Studio 2 famously. Abbey Road was the first ever purpose-built recording studio in the world. It was opened by Edward Elgar, and I made my first ever album here in Studio 1 when I made a debut album for EMI Records way back in, I think, 1997, where I was joined by 2 musicians, Sam Walton and Robin Michael, and they are both here with me today, once again recording in these studios with the group. So, I'm someone who, when they find some special musicians, I keep them.